Hey, 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 what's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today, I'm going to take you on a tour of the 2025 Brinkley Air 297. And if you guys have not seen a Brinkley video before, these things are absolutely stunning. This is going to be like a classic rear living setup. However, you get a very cool table that converts into a desk, dining for 4 or 2, that I think separates it from itself, on a floor plan basis. Obviously, the Brinkley quality and just the look in general kind of separate, for that. But we're going to start on the inside, work our way around the outside, probably wrap this up in about 12 to 15 minutes. All the specifications, things like length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes, will be down in the description, along with a link where you can access some pricing. So make sure to check that out. But again, it's the 2025 Brinkley Model Z Air 297. And you might want to hit that pause button right there for a second. Let's go ahead and get into the tour. Hope you guys are having a good day. I know I sure am. Today I'm down at the Brinkley Expo for their dealer show, where they let all their dealers come in to see the full body paint looking killer. But it's been a really good, exciting day for me. Ran into some good buddies and yeah, having a real good old time. So dual opposing slides over here. So you kind of have like your, you're cooking, eating, and then you're entertaining because there's a TV on a televator. And then you have this massive island in the middle with the center style sink. So big fan of that. But I mean, look at that accent lighting. Now this island too is on a steel frame, so it's tied down in there, so it's going to be really nice and sturdy when you bump into it. So it's going to be a lot of things like that that you probably wouldn't notice, where the Brinkley really excels. Like another one over here on the slide, when you come up close to the fascia and you're looking at RVs on a lot, having no nails because it's fixed up from the back, and they're extremely sturdy. I mean, you can yank on it like a madman, I tell you. So this is going to be that desk kind of table I was telling you about. So this will actually kind of shift over for you. But more importantly, let me get that chair out of there. You can pull it out. We'll get to go to do with one hand and a camera, but I think you get the idea. So now you can like sit 2 people on this side, 2 people on that side. You can center it into the middle or push it all the way over into the left. And then when you're done, I mean, look how easy it is to just push it back in. You also have a place for your utensils there, but a really, really cool setup. I could see using that as like a desk and a bench for sure if you need to. Plus, if you're a drinker, you can put 4 bottles of wine right there, so that's always a big time plus. Now, I'm 6 feet tall, a big, beautiful RV loving man, so you're probably looking at about, well, maybe 6 foot. That's actually pretty nice for a travel trailer. So, I mean, 6 foot, 5'11", something like that. So the taller people will really enjoy Brinkley. Plus, I'm in the middle. You can see it's got a barrel roof on there. Really good head height right there. I'm probably going to put that at about, 80 inches or so would be my best guess. So up onto the, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I've been walking and talking too much, starting to lose my darn mind. Theater seating right here, and it's not going to be power. There's still the flip up clip right there, but you do have power. So you have a heat mode and then a USB. Also, you have a charging station, but I like how it's in that honey brown. You get a couple more clips there. Plus, when you sit down, this is going to be the view you get of the TV, which again is on that televator, so I'll show you that here in a second. The fireplace is the Inaflame. If you're not familiar with it, it puts out about 4,777 BTUs of heat, so it'll heat up about 500 square feet of RV. So in an RV this size, it'll heat up the entirety of the thing. Now here on the back, you have your sofa, very comfortable furniture. It's also going to be in the 2-tone. So you got kind of the honey brown and then like the cloth, like a grayish color there. Also pulls out to make a queen size sleeping style. So I think that's pretty cool for, the grandkids or that funkle down at the campground. On the strut, it holds up there. And then I think, yeah, little power tower, USB universal C, and then 2 outlets. Square style windows, I'm a big fan. And again, you don't see any like screws or staples or anything like that. It's also got the old day shade to block out some of the sun, and the night shade to block out all the sun, keep the old skin from sizzling, get your vampire on. It's also got reflective foil on the other side, so that way, you can reflect the sun. Overhead storage here. Little clicker lights. More of the same on the other side with the pop-up and the storage. And then right here, the fireplace, obviously. Pull down for that. That's going to be the control for your audio and a couple plugins. And then right here, if you take a little bit of magic fingers all the way up to the button, working at the car wash, yeah. Working at the car wash, yeah. Do, 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 do. All right, so there's going to be your TV, and I think that is pretty darn snazzy to have something like that. Televator in an RV, pretty darn bonkers. Little place for your dog bowls, outlets, solid surface countertops. Babe, if you're watching, I love you. You also have a sink, stainless steel sink, and then a high-rise faucet, hitting those dishes from all angles. Now over here, you got yourself your garbage can with a little place where you can keep, the spare bags with you. And I like how it has this too. So this is one for intruders, bonkers, and then two for paper towels is probably gonna be the primary use. Clean cut storage underneath the sink with accent to your plumbing. And then also on the Brinkleys too, if you notice, they have the valves right there. So that way you can turn off the hot and cold water, if something does spring a leak for whatever reason. This is the box for the tire pressure monitoring system. So on the outside, that's going to be, nice and handy to have when you're driving down the road. You can see, if your tires are overinflated, underinflated, if you're going to have that, that deadly little blowout there that nobody ever wants to have. Dog bowls, magnetic, I already went over that. Solid surface and plenty of countertop on either side of the 3 stovetop burner where you can whip up all the fixings and room for some of those fancy, little chickens, those little Cornish hens. I bring those up. I got to call my mom because she used to make those with the Lowry's seasoned salt, crisping up the skin. Some good eating. All right, 12-volt refrigerator. And in a travel trailer, it's going to be one of the largest refrigerators that you will find in the industry. Like them and like Rockwood will also do it. But I mean, it's pretty darn crazy to have this in a travel trailer. Freezer on the left, refrigerator on the right. You have, enough groceries probably for, a weekend trip, especially a long weekend. I think you'd be all right. Outlet right there if you want to plug in like a Keurig. They're also going to be adjustable shelving, which is nice. On the backdrop here, got that nice tile look to it. Outlets, more countertops, and then 2 pull-out drawers. And then here underneath, you have your fuse box and a little bit more plumbing. Plus, you get an opening here, as well as plenty of storage there. Plus, you get your speaker. So right as you're heading inside the door, this is what you're going to run into. You have your lights, which are going to be on a dimmers. Little dimmer switch for you. You get the mood going. You're snuggling up with honey buns over in the recliners. You got your televator, accent lighting under the steel frame. I mean, you're setting yourself up for a good time right there. Awnings right here, slide controls, and then all of your different tank fills you can see by the different levels. You have your J hooks right here, and then your 5G Wi-Fi as well. Heading into the back, you have a one-piece fiberglass shell with the LED light going up on the top. Love seeing that. Plus, you get yourself one of the fancy shower heads with the 4 ports of water. Always get jealous of those things. Somebody's got living the life. You buy this, 4 ports of water coming out is absolutely insane. So probably 6'4", 6'5" of head height into here. Tri-Glide glass series to get in a little bit earlier. A place for your blue loofahs. But you can see, I mean, I'm a fairly large guy with 300 pounds with a big old belly. And you could definitely fit 2 in here if you guys wanted to squeeze in real tight. Porcelain foot flush thrones. That's also going to be, big guy or big lady friendly. Plus it's in a position where you're not scrunched in, which I personally enjoy that. Three pull-out drawers. I like the backlight to the mirror. Shows off the old bowling gun, baby. And then right over here, north to south bed. Usually I don't like the north to south beds because they get a little bit cramped, but Brinkley always seems to find a way, just to have enough space there. So I like that under here too. And then I forget what the heck this thing is. Let's see. Got yourself a little safe right there. So you can put your little lockbox, maybe your guns or jewelry, then lock it up when you're leaving. You also have pull-out drawers on either side with accent lighting there too as well. And then back in the back, if you can see right here, you actually have the cubby, that way you can put in like a CPAP. You have a shelf where maybe you could put like your cell phone, something like that, with some hanging room, overhead storage, and then 2 more pull-out drawers down here too. A second fireplace. So I mean, between this one and that one, it's really all that you need for heat, I would say, on most trips. You also get a hamper, 3 pull-out drawers right here. Sorry, 2 pull-out drawers. And then washer and dryer prep, again, which is going to be really nice to have in a travel trailer, something that you typically do not. Insignia TV. But all right, guys, drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Now I'm going to tour the outside just for, a couple minutes here. But again, this is the 2025 Brinkley Air 297. But drop comments, let me know what you think. Now here on the exterior, you have a really nice kind of neutral decor, but it's still flashy at the same time. So it's just all black, white, the cool Brinkley badging. You're also going to notice the windows are going to be that square European style, and they're going to be frameless. And then you have dual awnings with the soft glow underneath. So a really nice touch there for you. If you look up on top of the unit, you got 2 ACs over here on this one. You got some drop frame, which is what gives you all that extra space there for that safe, and things like that. But it's also going to provide you with one of the industry's top pass-through storages for a travel trailer. I mean, that is just crazy. It's got that tough flex flooring there too, so it kind of beats it up. Battery disconnect, cable, hot and cold water in the form of an outside shower with your other battery disconnect. So one for the coach, one for the solar. And then I like the LED lights. You also get the Solera 3000 series for the awnings itself. So basically what that means, it's going to run off a 12 volt. So that way you can open it up if you have the battery. You don't necessarily have to have power. The Lippert steps are the kind that hold 500 pounds, so extra sturdy and a little bit wider. You're also going to get a screen door with the screen assist, so you can open that up. Bada bing, bada boom. If you're pulling in some groceries, it follows you behind. The safety rail as you pull up and collapse against the door. And then you're also going to get some upgraded tires here too as well. And look at that. So you have your tire pressure monitoring system. Let me see the size of these bad boys. ST 235-80R16, so there's 16-inch tires there. Upgraded suspension as well. You get the road armor, so it's going to be a little bit easier, hitting those bumps for you. A little bit less kind of wear and tear, I guess, as you're kind of moving and grooving along. Here, heading up the back, you have a 2-inch receiver where you can put whatever that thing is, or maybe like a bike rack. You also have a 4-way pin back there too, so that way you can tow something if you need to. Get on top of your roof get on top of your fully walkable roof with your ladder, and they have a secondary ladder up there at the top just to kind of help you with the extra oomph. Backup camera, a little bit of storage here behind, which I'm not going to get into that right now. And then you got your dumps right over here, along with a control for the old, a housing for the old Stinky Slinky. This is going to be your 50 amp plug-in right here. Back end of the Furrion hot water heater. If you're not familiar with that, it's basically instant hot water. And then hot and cold water in the form of an outside outside shower. And then your brass fittings. This is also a hose that comes out, and I think it's like 50 feet. So you can kind of just plug it in wherever. And then you also have your bypass valves, black tank flush, all that kind of good stuff. Your BAL auto leveling system will be located right here. I'm not going to be able to get through that. 2 propane bottles, and then you're also going to have some housing for your batteries. But all right, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Again, my name is Hunter, and this is the 2025 Brinkley Air 297. Let me know what you think. Catch you next time. See ya. Meow 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 rum tum pum pum bada bada bum pum bada bada bum pum bada bada boom rum tum da dum pum pum bada bum pum bada bada boom.